Yo guys, welcome back to Bass Block Unbox. Today we have got the dual JBL Xtreme 4 and the dual Flip 7. We're going to be doing the ultimate comparison between them as well as an Auracast test in the beginning. 210 watts of total power from 6 woofers, 6 tweeters, and 8 passive radiators. It's going to be pretty damn nice out here. But first off, let's talk about the speakers. Flip 7 is 25 watt woofer and a 10 watt 0.6 inch tweeter with dual passive radiators. Xtreme 4 is dual 2.75 inch 20 watt woofers since we're on battery mode, and 15 watt tweeters, which are 20 millimeters 0.75 inch, again because we're on battery mode, with the dual passive radiators. So 70 watts each from the Xtremes and 35 watts each from the Flip 7s. We're gonna do C4 18.1 as the first song, then I'll test in the Auracast test, and we're gonna do it at 3 different miles away. So we're gonna probably do right close to the speakers, 5 meters away, 10 meters away, and about 20 meters away. All right, we're gonna start on the volume before red, before we max it out. All right, let's go. We're gonna go right up close here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna move max to about 5 meters now. All right, 10 meters. And finally, we're gonna go all the way back to the fence, 20 meters away. All right, guys, we are officially at the end here. You can't really hear anything on the fence, but I'm gonna pause the video and then we're gonna max it out. All right, guys, maximum volume test. Let's just put it up. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, we're fully at the background now. You can actually hear a little bit of audio on the fence, not that much. You can actually feel the bass, which is pretty dang impressive from about 20 meters away. Pretty damn nice. All right, guys, max volume test Auracast once again. We are gonna be doing on maximum volume Drayton. Let's go. You can actually hear the sub bass the Xtremes are probably carrying with that. You can feel some bass, very nice. Low-key, not really partyable from here, but it is more than enough for just like a casual gathering. Very impressive. All right, guys, now to switch off from the C4 18, we're gonna do Lena Raine's Pick Step stereo mix right here, so we can obviously test the stereo of the speakers. And this song is very good because it does get pretty loud and it's got a crap ton of bass, so this will be very nice to test. So max it out real quick. Obviously, it's not in stereo right now because we are in mono in Auracast, but the bass is very damn nice. Right, guys, right at the end here, a little bit, not that much. Mad bass though, you can actually feel that really damn nice. Alright guys, now we are going to do the JBL Flip 7s, and we're going to actually start with pick step because now we can fully take advantage of the stereo because we obviously have the left and right channels. So let's see how loud these are. The Flip 7s are pretty dang loud speakers, but their bass is a bit lacking, but they are quite small, I guess. Alright, let's go. You can't feel bass here anymore because we've obviously abandoned the extremes. You can still hear them. They're actually pretty dang loud, especially that they're in stereo, so they are utilizing the maximum EQ that I have set up for them. But really, it's loud, but it isn't the best sounding, you know, kind of lacks the bass. Alright guys, we are gonna do C418 Drayton right now. I am telling you, these speakers are pretty dang loud, but let's see how it does with a bass heavy song like Drayton. No bass again. I can tell you the flips are very loud up close, but from far away they kind of do fall apart. I do find it's mainly just a screeching treble at this point, not really the best. Alright guys, to end off the Flip 7 test, we are going to be doing C418-1. Let's go. Oops. Once again, the bass is sadly gone, but it is quite a decent job. This one sounds quite a bit more bassy. Isn't the best though. Alright guys, we are gonna start with the Xtreme 4 stereo now. I'm gonna change up the songs a little bit. I'm still gonna use C418-1 and pick step, but instead of Drayton, we're actually going to do NCS everything because that sound is quite loud with very nice bass, which is probably going to make good use of these speakers because of their much larger drivers and more power than the Flip 7. Alright, real quick, turn it on, let's go. Okay, this time we can actually feel the bass. As I expected, much more powerful. And it sounds way more usable from here. You can hear the bass, it sounds way more cleaner and decent amount louder. Alright guys, now we're going to be doing NCS everything, and then we're going to follow that up with pick step, maximum volume and max EQ.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just there, 'cause the flames won't burn us out. You are the one.
You can feel the bass definitely on there. This song, pretty damn nice sounding from here. Pretty dang impressive. Alright guys, ending it off with pick step, and you know what, I'm not going to leave out Drayden. We're going to do Drayden after this, because I do find that the Xtreme 4s on Drayden have a little bit of the harshness. You can tell that the tweeters, which obviously, even though they are good, since it is an older speaker with the first gen AI sound boost, it definitely does sound a bit more harsher than on the Flip 7s in my opinion. Stereo works pretty damn nice. Wow, you can hear that bass on that fence like crazy, bro. Oh, that bass is delicious on there. You can feel basically every bit of it. Very, actually, pretty impressive. You know, the Xtreme 4 isn't much of a louder speaker up close, but it's got so much more bass and it sounds a bit cleaner. But we're gonna see what happens when we put Drayden, which honestly, it doesn't sound the cleanest on that speaker. Alright guys, finally we're doing Drayden here. As I said, these speakers do sound a little bit harsh on this song, but let's go. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a bit of that harsh treble. Far away here, you can't really tell, but it's still got its bass. It sounds really damn nice actually from here. Up close isn't the best though. Oops. Yeah, that has got some nice bass on there. Alright, so final conclusions between these speakers. Overall, the better value is gotta be the Flip 7. It is really not a huge amount difference in loudness. Sure, the bass is much worse, but still, you're getting such a good amount of speaker. Like, these are two tiny speakers, and they're loud, and the bass is okay, you know? You can't expect too much, because they are very small. Xtremes, they sound definitely a bit more cleaner. They sound way more full, and they got way more bass, which is much better if you're far away, but really, 5 meters away, the difference is kind of negligible. So the Xtreme 4s are a solid speaker, and I would say that the Flip 7s are a great speaker. Overall, which one would I choose? I would honestly choose Flip 7, but the Xtreme 4 is a pretty good choice as well. But then at that point, you might as well just get a Boombox 4 or a Party Box Anchor Essential 2. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and peace out.